Once upon a time, a long, 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 long time ago, a red-haired child was born. Her mother could maybe carry a tune, but her hard-working father had music in his soul. As a child, the clever son of an absent cowboy had learned to play a harmonica that he had found flattened on a roadside, and he made himself a fiddle out of a soapbox and some hair from a horse's tail. People would ask the sun-browned young Texan to play at dances when he was older. But back to the red-haired child. One day she discovered in her old great-grandmother's gloomy parlour an ancient pedal-driven pipe organ. The child exhausted herself, pumping the pedals to push the air through the hidden pipes and to make music. The mystical mathematics of the keys held her in thrall, and she saw the magic in them. The child returned to her faraway home and dreamt at night of the patterns in the keys. Before long, fate brought the red-haired child's family to the steaming metropolis near the sea known as Houston. Years passed void of any musical instruments in the modest home. At last, on the occasion of the red-haired child's 12th birthday, her clever and music-loving father finally managed to mark her special day with an old but beautifully carved oaken piano of her very own. The red-haired child was entranced. She opened the curved lid of the oaken instrument and dived into the magic of the black and white keys, exploring all their mysteries and enigmas until she could do no more on her own. Fate again intervened, and a local player of the instrument was found just down the lane and around the corner. The child haunted the tutor's cottage devotedly for only a few months, until the humble tutor revealed that she had reached the limit of her knowledge of the instrument and sadly withdrew her tutelage. Determined to progress, the child began venturing into the city, finding shops full of printed music manuscripts which she would peruse alone, passing many isolated hours in her room at the worn keys. In her school, she became known for making music, and the choirmaster enlisted her to accompany the singing ensemble. In time, the fortunate red-haired lass, now a young lady of 18, set off for a higher education with high hopes of a life filled with music and the eager youth of the future. Reality hit hard when she found that her patchy preparation fell far short of that of her many fellow applicants, who had all managed to receive extensive tutelage at their pianos from their wee tiny years. But a kind professor saw a spark in the red-haired girl. He accepted her as a student and took her back to the beginning, retraining her fingers in the proper technique, filling in the cavernous gaps in her repertoire with all the finest masterpieces from the giants of piano literature. And so, with the help of other caring masters and countless back-breaking hours at the instrument, the red-haired young woman earned her credentials and set out for a life filled with music. Many happy decades passed, filled with homes and children and pets, but not much time at the keys. The modern piano in her parlour settled into the dents in the carpet and found that its cover was opened more rarely every year. The children and the pets grew up and went into the wide world to follow their own artistic paths. The now auburn-haired once musical mum fancied a change. Employment at a famous university beckoned. Once again, the musical mum found herself surrounded by the sounds of pianos wafting from the myriad rehearsal rooms that surrounded her workplace. She was happily immersed daily in auditions, rehearsals, and recitals, absorbing countless fine points of the art of training musicians of the highest rank. And then one day, her red-haired daughter beckoned her to New Orleans. Nine years passed, with homes and pets and grandchildren, when one day time stood still and the girl felt the clock speeding backwards to the day of her 12th birthday, when a hard-working father, who had not the means to purchase for himself a simple harmonica in his own childhood, yet managed to provide his daughter with a treasure beyond price and a lifetime of pleasure. And that child of a Texas fiddler opened her door to the chosen young ones who were themselves eager to unlock the mysteries and enigmas of the keys, and she proceeded to turn them into musicians.